It's week 2 of the NFL. All eyes. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener, 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
They'll start with the option. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now 2nd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Man open. That's Ja'Marr Chase complete. The numbers a week ago for Chase.
He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down. Another one into the hands of Ja'Marr Chase. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Yeah, pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Now Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Richard. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're avoiding giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rashard lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now Burrow on first down. Finding more on the out route for the completion. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting a field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
Buying time to his left. Rashard lost it. 2nd time in this game, Charles. The ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. On second down, they'll run with White. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Richard. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now 2nd and 10 at their 30-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Davis Price trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Off play action. Richard under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. 6-0 our score after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Burrow's throw there complete to Allen. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They work now on 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Mixing up the middle. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over middle, that's caught by Chase. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A 28-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw. Richard. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on 1st down. Richard. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! George Pickens, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by York is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. To return, here's Agnew.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Caught by Allen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And that catch, by the way, ties him with Anquan Bolden all time. He's now at 1,076 career catches.
That number's staggering, isn't it? And to accumulate that many catches, you have to have played like Anquan Bolden with a fierce toughness and a ton of pride.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Here's Burrow. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That catch pulls him level all-time with Terrell Owens, who finished with 1,078 receptions. So now he's at 1,078 and rising. Now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So no problems at all on that one. And there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no win, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 34-24, the final score. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And one final game to highlight. It's Sunday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They stay on the ground with White. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And a 3rd down throw, but he misses the
but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Now Burrow on first down. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Mixon on the counter. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might walk over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And a fast footwork by White. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see the situation.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Richard. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
York able to send this one through, and they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the third, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And that's to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Burrow will throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down. Here's Burrow. And to the right side here, it's Allen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Moore. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd down and 8. Burrow looking to pass. To Mixon on the check down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. First down, here's White. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. They keep it on the ground. White again. Down to the 42, second down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. Second down at 6 now from the 42. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
To throw on 3rd down, Richard. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th. There he goes, right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Back to throw. Richard throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Richard on the left side. A catch by White. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Steelers.
They run straight ahead here with White. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. There was was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. It's a 42-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 58 yards.
And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
They go with White on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richard.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richard.
Through the middle of the field.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
Here's Burrow. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They go play action with Burrow. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richard. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. Brandon's okay what they're doing right now, still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later, they're going to have to stop the clock.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. He's back to throw. Finds White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Back to throw. And it's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
First down, Steelers.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going right side is White. And bulldozing his way through. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's White. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over, he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 5, 43 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And this is desperation time now in the final minute. You're just throwing something up there, hoping you can get a call. Maybe find a way to get someone free. But no dice there. That one's incomplete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team.
That's caught inside the 20. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touch.